Hi, today I wanted to talk about another Tableau topic. This is a quick tip and it's going to be short. The power of right click. I take the order date, put it in here. Let's choose years, quarters, months. With this example over here, we can see that January, let me blow up the size a little bit. Format, workbook, increase the size to 12. Right. Year, first quarter starts from January, February, and March. Second quarter, this is without any changes. This is vanilla. On my data source, I could say date properties, and you can see that the fiscal year is starting from January. Imagine you wanted it to start from April. We can do that there. And now right click on the order date, default properties, fiscal start date, and then choose what we set at the data source level. And see, my Q1 starts from April, May, June, Q2, July, August, and Q4 is January. So it entirely shifted it down by one quarter. You could choose to have it default to any other fiscal start date, say, for example, November, right? Q1, November, December, January, Q2, February, March, April, so on and so forth. You get the idea. The advantage of doing it at the highest level is it sets it for the entire data source. I was using order date. Let's take the example of ship date. Same thing, year, quarter, month. If we go in here, look at the default properties, fiscal start. You see the option set here as default April right at the top. That's because at the data source level, we went there and we set the date property fiscal start to be April. That will be applied to all date fields across the board. Of course, we can override it using this property, July, just for example. So that's one tip that I think is very powerful. Let's take an example. Date properties, first day of the week start is Sunday. And Saturday is the first day of the week. Done. Let's set it here for the sake of an example. Same idea, Monday, right? So let's do now order date. Let me pick month year. How am I getting this before we get to that? How am I getting this drop down field? Am I dragging it? There is one way of dragging it. And then the other option is to right click first and then drag it into the sheet. This gives up an additional option to the users. So right click and drag instead of a regular drag. Anyhow, that's another tip. So that's tip number 2. Moving on to tip number 3 is what we were talking about, the start of the week. Let's choose month here. And now let's choose week. And then throw in the weekday, like day of the week, right? We see the first day of the week is Saturday. Week 12, Saturday. Week 13, Saturday. And why is that so? Because we went ahead and we selected Saturday to be the start day of the week. We can change it up. Let's take, for example, we want to make Monday as the first day of the week. Week 13 starts on a Monday. 12 starts on a Monday. Monday is the first day of the week. Anyhow, so that's 3 tips. Tip 1, right click drag. Tip 2, set the fiscal year, the start of the fiscal year as a month. You can set that at the data source level or right click and set it at your date field. And tip number 3 is first day of the week. Hope you find this helpful.